Hello, my name is David Niels, my dog Autumn, up here in the Alexander Mountain Fire area just west of Loveland, Colorado. This is the location of the first camera on this tree right here, one of 6 that we're going to document the changes to the plant community as well as wildlife activity over the next 5 years. So these cameras are going to be in place from September 2024 until September 2029, and it'll be very interesting. A lot of the brush here burned. The hillside in the back had a lot of wild plum on it. One thing that was interesting, normally when mountain lions are navigating up here, they'll stick to the edge, stay concealed in the brush, and now they'll have less cover. So it'll be interesting to see if that changes how they navigate through here. The prey of bobcat, fox, and coyote will not leave the valley, and so they have a lot more flexibility in how they hunt. We've already captured a lot of deer, a few elk, a lot of fox, a few mountain lions since the fire was extinguished on August 17th, 2024. I'll provide monthly updates starting December 1st, 2024. The first camera is at a wildlife guzzler at the mouth of Sulzer Gulch. Here we have a gray fox coming in to get a drink. Typically, if I see gray fox activity on the cameras, it's usually at night. Since the fire, we've had a marked increase in fox activity, both red and gray. Here's another water source up the gulch, slippery rock. We're seeing greater numbers of deer in the winter than we usually see, and I think they're coming in to feed on the new growth from the fire. And we should see even more deer next spring when we have what I'm hoping will be major green up from all of that fertilizer, natural fertilizer, beginning with nitrogen being released back to the soil. Here's a mountain lion coming through the same area where the deer were getting a drink. And this is our first camera on the trail. Very interesting to see mountain lions coming through the middle of this meadow after the fire. I did not see that before the fire. Here's a juvenile lion going up the trail and an adult coming down. More deer feeding along the trail. This area burned hot, as you can see the hillside in the background. And farther up, another camera capturing a lion. Same place where deer are taking advantage of that new growth. This is at Lone Pine Meadow, to the little bit to the southwest from that last camera position. Favorite meadow for deer and elk to feed in. Here's that same meadow. You can see the lone tree out in the middle of the meadow. A couple of muley bucks along with a bull elk feeding at the same time. Here we have 3 bulls off to the left and another bull off to the right. On Black Friday, Dave Ruan and I, along with my dog Autumn, we went up and cut limbs and trees out of the way on the trail all the way to the top of Sulzer Gulch, just to make it easier for horses and hikers. This is that same spot where we were walking through. You can see when it's windy, there's still a lot of dust from the fire, a lot lot of ash blowing around. So tracks, unfortunately, don't last very long. And it'll be so interesting to see what this looks like. This is another one of the cameras. The 5th camera. Here's a mountain lion walking through that same area. Most likely going to get a drink around the corner. Mountain lions, as a keystone species, have an enormous impact on the quality of the ecosystems they inhabit, especially along the riparian areas. This will be so important in this fire area as it recovers to have these mountain lions present. Here's the same location, a few mule deer looking around for food to eat. As you can see right now, it looks pretty barren. Really hoping to see this full of new grass and forbs come spring. Again, the same area. Most likely the same bull elk that we saw up in Lone Pine Meadow. It looks so different after the fire. Quite barren right now. And another windstorm. I'm guessing many of these clips of mountain lions are the same lion. I had a camera here for a couple months and then moved it farther up the gulch just to capture activity at the top of the gulch. But the deer and elk and black bear would come in and eat on that green grass that you can see coming up even in the snow. What we're hoping for this winter are some large snowstorms with heavy wet snow, couple 3 to 3 feet, to really saturate the ground ahead of the spring green up. So crossing our fingers, and we'll continue to share what's happening monthly in this Alexander Mountain Fire area for the next 5 years.